What's going on right now? Can you hear me? Can you see me? That's what I intended to say. Hi. I don't know if it's my computer being on a delay or if things are actually on a delay. So please, someone let me know. Is this real life? Is this happening? Am I here? Can you see me? Facebook, you should definitely see me. YouTube, you should definitely see me. Instagram is questionable. Okay, no. Now you should definitely see me. So, if this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Tennille. I help women who've been diagnosed with lupus or other chronic illness go from confused and discouraged to healed, hopeful, and in control of the medical narrative. Here we are. Here we are. Thank you so much for joining me. First of all, how are you guys doing with the January? Can you believe it's the last Monday of January? January just stepped in and stepped out. January said, "Hi, okay, I gotta go." Like, what happened? I promise you, I thought that we had a couple more weeks to go. Hi, thank you so much for checking in. Thank you for letting me know that you see me. Instagram. Let me see. Do you see me on the Instagram? Yes. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Hi. What up, girl? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. How are you? Okay, so today, let's do a quick check-in. I am so who is on the Veganuary challenge? Dang. Some people share some things because I know there's some of you that were on. Awesome. I'm glad you're doing great. That's awesome. There were some people who are on the challenge that aren't on yet, but they'll catch the recording. So, yes, if you, I put this in my email. If you get my email, if you don't get my email, get on my email list. Hello. I'm gonna put some links so you can get yourself together. However, in the email, you would know that if you stayed vegan for just this month, right, that you have saved. Let me tell you, of course. I know that I always talk about in a day what you would save, but I have written down. Maybe I should have wrote it down because what's going on with my email here? Thousands and thousands and thousands of only 30 lives of a full animal, which I thought was interesting, kind of weird. I thought it'd be like more animals, but I guess like people don't generally eat full whatchamacallit, like animals at once. You eat pieces. Ew. Yes. Okay. So in 1 month, the month of January, you would have saved 33,000 gallons of water. You would have saved 1 pound of grain. You would have saved 900 square foot of forest and 600 pounds of CO2. Okay, that's insane, right? And 30 animal lives, which I thought was interesting. I guess those chicken fingers aren't made of an entire, chicken, so that makes sense. But I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of everyone who's been asking me questions. And yes, vegan for life. That's right. I mean, if you're not there yet, you're not there yet. But I'm so proud of everyone who has changed to at least one vegan meal a week, or you did the full challenge and went for the whole month. You have saved lives. You have saved planet. And I'm sure you look a little different. You have a little, you got those new, they say when you start going to the gym, you get newbie gains. You get vegan gains too, where you're like, oh, look at all snacks. I didn't do anything different. I just changed what I'm eating. It really does help. And I hope that you are on the right track for that. So second of all, how are your goals going? Talk to me about it. How are your goals going? Because I skipped over last year. I know that I talked about the day that people tend to always fall off of their goals for, you make a New Year's resolution and you just forget that existed. There's the second week into January is generally the time I was traveling, so I didn't get to talk to you about that. But yeah, that is very real. How are we doing? Talk to me. Tell the truth. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yes. See, my people, I know my people weren't falling off their goals. And even if you do, it's okay because you can reset every day. There is not one single solitary moment that your heart is still beating that you don't have a new chance to do this over again. Um, and who is staying great afternoon? What? Oh, it is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I guess it is 9 in the morning for her. Let's see what's going on with that situation. Well, let me not speak that into existence. Hold on, everyone. I'm going to figure that part out. But anyways, I guess I'll tell you about my trip until I figure out what's going on with her. So, my trip, I went to Texas with another company that I work with, and yo, it was crazy. First of all, Texas, why you reserved your cold for us? It's usually warm there. I was thinking, I can wear like I don't know Daisy Dukes and flannel, be a cowgirl. No, it was brick. It was cold. Okay, and I mean, it's always cold inside event centers or like conference rooms, that kind of stuff. I think it's supposed to keep people awake, but honestly, it usually just makes me go to sleep. So there's that. Um, but I was shocked at how cold it was, and then I came. It snowed some places. I came home and it snowed here too, and that was shocking. However, it was a great time. It was really, really fun. We had parties, themed parties. I didn't even do as much as I would normally do when I go on these trips, except because I was exhausted. And one of the days, I don't know if it was my compression stockings that were too tight or whatever. I usually bring a different. Nah, that's not just for the ladies, Adam. You can wear your Daisy Dukes if you'd like. This is a no judgment zone, okay? You got lupus. Things happen. Things are going on. I don't know if my compression stockings were too tight or whatever it was, but I usually travel with a few, depending on like what I'm doing and what's gonna be comfortable. Sometimes it's thicker, sometimes it's thinner, blah, blah. So one of the days on a Saturday, my leg, specifically my knee, swole up so bad. And I was wearing black jeans and you could see it through the jeans that my knee was swollen. So I was scared. I was like, okay, this is not how I want the rest of my trip to go. I'm not going to be limping. I'm not going to be the thing I really, really despise about chronic illness or lupus or whatever it is being counted out or being like othered because of, oh, she's sick, just let her, like, she's gonna like let her sit this one out. I hate that part. Like, it bothers me. I'm an only child. I suffer from something called FOMO, fear of missing out. Listen, if I gotta like crawl to the event, I'm crawling to the event, even though I know that's not the way, and I know that there will be other events. Like, logically, I'm aware, but my instinct is to be like, jump on it, go, you gotta do it, right? So I'm a volunteer at these events and I help make sure they go on. And I've volunteered at events before that I've had to sit out for parts of it and feeling icky because of illness. And I really hate it. So I missed out on some late night activities. Like, there was like, extra parties and whatnot. In our house, like even in our house, I was not participating because we had a giant Airbnb and everybody gets together, all the volunteers and that kind of stuff. And I saved myself in that bed. So legs swollen, feeling crazy. There was stuff I wanted to get done to prepare for the morning, and I vetoed the idea. And what I did instead was I got this leg massager. I can't reach it, but is a cuff that holds onto your legs and it massages your legs and it heats up and all the things, right? So instead of scurrying around the house having fun times with the people, what I did was I went ahead and did the massage cuff. I took turmeric, pills that I make myself. I always take them every day, but I travel with extra in case. Turmeric, I took one of our supplements from the company, Recovery. What else did I do? I took oregano oil and I laid very still and I listened to the party because I knew that I wasn't going to miss out on the rest of the event because I wasn't feeling well or because I was too swollen to walk. Because I literally at the end of that day was limping really badly. And people kept being like, "Are you okay?" And I don't like that either. I don't like it. I know that I know for a fact that everyone is you know, they care about me and they want me to be okay. It's just that when people are asking you, "Are you okay?" or if there's anything that they can do to help, there isn't anything they can do to help. So then I feel kind of bad for making them feel bad. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I feel ugh, this is icky. This is an icky situation for everybody. We're all in this. It's icky. So I have way too many things open on my computer, guys. I've lost Instagram. There you are. So I genuinely have no idea. Well, I do. Like I was proactive and I didn't go out when I didn't have to go out because I'm smart. And I went ahead and woke up in the morning and I felt good. Okay. I felt good, feeling good. I felt good. I was about to run. I was so excited because I knew that if I would have gone out and participated like I wanted to in the like party portion, I would not have been able to hold up to my end of the responsibilities in the working, volunteering. You know, I had a team that was counting on me, and I understand that you and we get it. Like sometimes you really aren't going to be able to do it, and that's just what it is. However, I also understand that able-bodied people sometimes do not understand. They might even say that they do and they don't. And if you get a reputation of being the sick girl, it's so hard to get out of it. It is so hard. And it hurts me to even have to say something like that because I want to be so encouraging and let you know that whatever you want to do at any time, under any circumstances, you can get done. I want to say that. I also need to make sure that you understand that it's always going to take work. It is always going to take work. Like you're always going to have to, it's not sacrifice, it's invest. I had to invest in myself that night in laying my behind down, taking my supplements, using the massager, all those things. I had to invest in my future, my morning, the rest of my trip. That was day 3 of the trip, but like day 2 of the event. So the first day was just like registration and a couple of little things, and then the Saturday and the Sunday were the like heavy hitting, like long days that we do a lot of stuff, right? So yeah, I had to invest in myself in that way that I missed out on some things I didn't realize I was going to miss out on. And you know, it was fine. You know, I still had a lot of fun. I still had a lot of pictures. I know y'all saw my picture collage. I love doing those. Every time I go on a trip, I take a lot of pictures. I just don't generally post them all because in my imagination, I hallucinated that I would have to, you know, do this picture, that picture, and then make a caption or whatever. But making a little video hits. It hits. I love. It's a little slideshow. I love it. So yeah, I got to take a lot of pictures, see a lot of my favorite people, and you know, living out here in the bushes, I don't really get to see my people like that, and it is soul soothing. As much as I was a little sickly for a couple of days, it's soul soothing to see my people and like hugs and stuff. Those are endorphins producing. So I'm grateful. It was such a beautiful trip. And I'm grateful for those supplements. I'm grateful for my good sense. Yes, they are beautiful. It was great to see you. See some of the people on here. It was so great to see in person. There's people in other countries that I get to see on these trips, unless they invite me over. Because if you got a couch, I'll come to your island, girl. I will come to your island. But I'm wondering what's going on with my guest. I mean, we're on a very hey, oh wow, we got growing and glowing LLC on here. If you ever having a baby, you know someone who has a baby, or is having a baby in Florida, we have the help for you. I have such a talented circle. Okay, if you are not in a circle that motivates you and inspires you, you are in a cage. And let me tell you about my circle. It's crazy. All right. Well, I guess me droning on about my story, about my trip, my guest, I don't know where she's at. However, I do know it's early in the morning. Great afternoon. Great afternoon. Thank you guys for being here. Yo, what about last week's episode? Okay. I'm going to tell you about that, and then I'll let y'all get on with your beautiful days. Last week's episode, I have known that man for years, literal years. Terry Carball. He, first of all, the first couple years I knew him, I was unaware he was blind. I was completely unaware. I knew, like, I thought, like, he's older. I don't know. I just, like, didn't, I was like, what? Something's happening, but I didn't pay it any mind because he's so active. He goes on so many trips. He does everything alone. He doesn't have, like, a cane or, like, any assisted devices or whatever. And even I've had a cane several times. I've had a walker. I've had, like, all kinds of assisting things. Sorry. And he makes it look easy to be living his life. Okay. And then I noticed years later, he has friends that are around him that kind of like look out for him. Cause sometimes, there's like a step that they warn him about or like a something. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then one time we were both just getting a ride from someone to the airport and we started talking and he talked about at his childhood being blind. And I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And then we got into this. So isn't that insane that determination and that like will to be I won't say normal, but like an able-bodied person to live as if you are an able-bodied person, regardless of your actual circumstance, blew my mind. Like, I guess we do that, Lupus. We do that, right? Able-bodied in a way like, sometimes we can't walk, sometimes we can't talk, sometimes, but like we never know when it's coming. So it's a little, it's different. Yes, Carrie did steal the spotlight. He's incredible. And we're going to do a part 2 because we were volunteering at a homeless shelter and we didn't really get a chance to get it all to work. I just got his episode up on Instagram yesterday. I don't know what happened. It's just like I was using my phone StreamYard and it wouldn't let me add Instagram to it at all. So I apologize for that. But like it was meant to happen because he lives in Denver and I live in the bushes of Georgia and our time zones are off. Just like my guest today, her time zone is different than mine. She's in California. And it's tough to get it to work out, especially my random time of the day that I post. So I was like, we're together. We should just do this. And it was such an interesting story. And I'm so grateful. And we're going to still figure out how to make it work. That like, I think he's at work usually when I'm podcasting. We're going to figure it out. I am certain. And if you guys think of any guests that you would want me to have on, let me know. There's just such cool people with chronic illnesses that, first of all, some of them I didn't know they had chronic illnesses. Some of them, listen, next month I'm planning to have all dudes on my podcast just for the fact of like Valentine's and hope and that kind of thing, because I know the struggle of like being sick and not wanting to be seen as the sick person but especially not by a significant other, and especially not when you're like looking, because you know, for someone in the dating like realm of their lives, you're looking for a viable partner that's going to maybe have children, maybe, be able to keep up with your lifestyle and that kind of thing. So like it is daunting to think of looking for somebody while just like keeping yourself alive and looking half normal. And you're representative of the date you go on. You'd be like, oh, I look like this, but really, if you get sick, if you have a flare up, this is what you really look like, and are they gonna stay, and that kind of thing. So it is a lot to think about, and there's just so many success stories of people finding love with chronic illness, finding partners, life partners, like um, going on dates and not caring about that kind of stuff, and also looking amazing, hot, hot people with chronic illnesses. Like, think about Toni Braxton. What? I don't know how old she is. I want to say a million because I just have known her my whole life, like as a public figure. But she's grown, very grown, and she looks 25 and is hot. And she is dancing on stage for her concerts for hours and singing at the same time, which is hard. And has lupus, not just lupus nephritis. So her kidneys are kicking her behind all the time. And she has children. And she has, a love life. I think she's been engaged, married, I don't know, a bunch of times. I don't know. But the point is, this upcoming month, I'd really like to show some representation of, people who are, especially men, that are living their lives to the fullest, have love in their life, are looking for love, are, could be somebody's Valentine, that kind of thing. Yeah. So if you think of anyone who you think that I should have on my podcast, let me know. I would love to expand this little family. I love that you guys straight up stalk the guests that I have on here, and everyone follows them immediately. That's so sweet. So nice. So I'm going to get off of here. Wait, chronic illnesses, STDs, all of these people don't think about having conversations with loved ones, etc. It's hard. Yeah, that's definitely true. I live very close enough to Atlanta. When I moved here, that was one of the things people told me. They're like, you lucky you got a man's because you can't date in Atlanta because everybody got something. No, thank you. No thanks. My immune system will not allow it. No, thank you. Hey, Nettie. So I am, yes, that's good conversations we're going to have, like chronic illnesses, STDs, finding, dating, and loving, and that kind of thing. Valentine's. It's a made up holiday, guys. So, like, don't feel other or less than or any of those things. We got it. Yes, definitely watch the replay. I'll be back next week. I apologize that my guest didn't make it. I'm not sure what happened, but she's in California. So I've been checking in with her a lot about the fires and stuff. Like, it's scary. She's been volunteering and doing all the things. So, and she's a busy doctor. So we will run that back. We will get her back. I really apologize and I appreciate y'all being on here. You are incredible. Gosh, I know last week was crazy and y'all stood by me. You stood by me. I saw that. I appreciate it so much. So you guys have a beautiful, fantastical, wonderful Monday, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.